Hey folks, welcome back to Motoramblings. I am Patrick. I am riding a CFMoto 450 Ibex. Just recently I did a video where I told you all about selling Copper, my 2012 Suzuki VStrom, and that has actually, in my time, been quite some time ago. And I'm only just now getting a motorcycle to replace it. This is a 2026 CFMoto Ibex 450. I just bought it last night. It now has 36 miles on it. I'm still in my 600 mile break-in period, so I'm not getting to really ride it like I want to, and trying to keep the RPMs fluctuating during the 600 miles. Then I'll bring it in for its first service at 600 miles, and then I'll get to ride it like I really want to ride it. Now at the moment I'm heading down. I need to put this on my insurance policy, so I'm going to try to ride down to the insurance company and make all that happen. And then, hopefully, I'll get to go take a ride and start working toward that 600 mile break-in period so that I can get out there and really start riding the bike. So, how did this happen? Well, when I decided to sell Copper, the idea was I needed to get a bike that hopefully a little more capable for some of the terrain that I started riding with Roger and Frank and Dave. Some of the stuff that was a little more challenging than what I've been used to up to this point. Oh, and I will apologize now about my voice. I've been sick over the weekend, and the remnants of that are crazy voice. Once I sold Copper, my goal was to get another motorcycle, something that was going to be a little lighter, but more than the light, was going to be a little more off-road ready. And I'd seen a lot about the Ibex and the CFMoto, and you know, all the whole it's a Chinese bike, the problems that people have with that. And I've watched a ton of videos, both the MT450 across the sea, the Ibex 450s, people around here that have bought them. I've watched a lot of Adventure Tomac and the stuff he's done to and on his Ibex. Now, he's a superior rider. He is highly skilled, and most of the videos I've watched of people riding this bike are people with high skill levels. Now, I'm not going to be doing the things that they do on this bike. I'm going to be riding it locally. I'm going to ride it on some paved, twisty roads around here where I live. But I'm also going to ride a lot of Forest Service roads. Basically what I call off pavement. It's not really dirt road riding. It's not trail riding by any stretch of the imagination. It's just dirt roads. But I do want to start riding more of the stuff like the BDRX, Smoky Mountain 500, some of these routes that have areas on them that are technical. I want to ride on that stuff, and I want to be able to do it with a little more comfort than what the VStrom provided. So I looked at the Ibex. I thought, you know, maybe that's the bike I really want to get. And then talking to a lot of folks that are DR650 people, and I was convinced I was going to buy a DR650. Matter of fact, I saw one on Facebook Marketplace that I was going to go get. I could not get that bike. And then I had the South Dakota trip. Went to visit my mom. Had a lot going on. So I was watching Facebook Marketplace, and there were several bikes that I was halfway interested in. But there was nothing that made me say, oh, I've got to go get that bike right now. Yesterday I had a doctor's appointment, and on the way home from the doctor's appointment I went by MR Motorcycle, one of the local dealers here in Asheville. I'd been stopping in there repeatedly looking to see if and when they had any of the CFMotos. I thought, you know, I'd like to check it out, see what it looks like, see what it feels like. Well, yesterday they had one on the showroom floor, and I thought, uh-oh. So I checked it out, and it was, the first thing I noticed was when I went to move it off the kickstand to move it to a spot where I could actually sit on it and, you know, see how it felt. Holy cow, the thing is so featherweight light. It was just ridiculously easy to move around. And I thought, well, that's a good thing. And I sat on it, and I liked the ergonomics of it. And I thought, no, I'm tired of looking. I'm tired of hunting. I can go ahead and get me a brand new motorcycle for a change. Last time I had myself a brand new motorcycle was back in 2012 when I bought the DR650 that I had way back then. And it comes with the warranty. I bought the extended warranty. You know, all the things that go with buying a brand new bike, including the costs and the fees and all that, which I really didn't want to deal with. But again, I just got to the point where I was like, I'm going to buy a new bike. I just want to buy a new bike. So, here I am on my 2026 CFMoto Ibex 450, which now has 40 miles on it. Riding it kind of funny because of trying to keep the RPMs at different levels. Can't wait to be done with that and just ride it the way I want to ride it. Max out the RPMs and all that good stuff. I did purchase a new skid plate, and I bought the upper and lower engine guards. Put a little framework around this in case I happen to drop it while I'm out on the dirt roads. I will have to buy racks for the back for my hurricane bags. But other than that, I think it's good to go for quite some time. So anyway, yes, got the bike just in time to continue with my Wednesday videos. Of course, they're not going to be Wednesday VStrom videos. They're going to be Wednesday CFMoto videos from now on. Hopefully, I will keep things going with the videos and keep every Wednesday and every Saturday like I've been doing. Alright, thanks everyone for watching. I hope everyone will stay well, stay safe. Most of all, stay happy, y'all. Motoramblings up. See ya.